Hi, my name is Dan Middleton and I'm going to be doing a music video for Aaron Pacico called Threw Away. So the reason I wanted to do a music video is because as a class we looked at a number of different music performances from the music department. We've seen many artists in development and as they perform, the music that they express. And so I wanted to implement that in my final major project by making a music video. So the film that I'm doing is going to be a genre of drama. So it's going to be tears, arguing, something to make it more dramatic and to make the story more intense. I had to pick 2 words, and this was before I met anyone in the music department because I didn't specifically know them. I was going to do with click and activity to make the music video more entertaining and possibly more laughable and witty. But after talking to someone who was really keen to do a music video with me, I had to alter a lot. So I wanted to do common and action. So common being relationships of arguments in relationships is very common to a number of people, and activity is acting to try and do something to end the situation as we know it. So it's going to be set in the forest, and it's going to be an abstract theme of most of the images being relied on how it's filmed as the music goes on in the background. This here is going to be little Aaron sitting on a sofa in the middle of the forest. And there's going to be parents arguing as transparent figures, so they're going to be almost ghostly as they argue around him, trying to make this more stressful. The reason I chose to do the forest is to show isolation, that all of it is in his head and it's just giving him a lot of stress. So Aaron will be sitting on the sofa singing his song, and the unique selling point will be because of Aaron. Aaron is very popular around the music department, so I want the music department to be interested in this film, and along with that, the story that it tells and how it relates to the song. It will be showing So it will be showing how he overcomes his fears and overcomes everything, and how he ends the arguing. How does he stop his parents from arguing? And so I want to do that by him playing a song as it relates to it. So it will be suitable for an audience between 12 to 21 because the music industry is normally relied on the younger generation who like songs, who like to share the music videos as they go around. So it will be on YouTube and it will be shown in the college hallway so everyone can see it. And the story is going to be big to most people. Everyone will be able to relate to it because we've all had a situation of parents arguing and you feeling left out in some way. And it's going to be all relied on the shots taken and the lyrics that are spoken in the words of the songs. So how I'm going to do this is I have a blonde little brother. Aaron Pacico is also blonde, so I was going to do that. It would be occasional shots of Aaron walking through a forest or singing his song, and then have almost flashbacks of him when he was younger. That's how I can also implement his parents in it, which are going to be Dave and Liz Evans. They're going to be playing as the parents. And Mackenzie Grocott was happy enough to help me with the filming process along the way. I need to be very wary of where and when I film. Hopefully when I film the weather will be all sunny because I want the rays of sunlight to burst through the trees to make it so much more prettier. So if it rains then I'm kind of stuck, but I'll be happy to arrange another day. And where I film, well, it's going to be on a public area, but I need to make sure that nobody gets in the shot, that it's not on private property, which I'm pretty certain by the location that it is public to everyone who will be happy to film in the area. I will need to arrange separate dates with Aaron. So I'm keeping close communication with him with his email and phone number. So on the day that I want to film, he will be happy to come along, and we will get it over and done with, and hopefully it will be swell. Thank you for listening, and hopefully I'll film it on. I'm going to be filming the first half of filming on Monday, and then the second half is going to be on the second Monday, and I'll be with the parents and my little brother, and I'll be editing it, and it should be ready by the Wednesday. Any questions?
Yeah, Dan, what will your opening shot be? Have you decided yet?
My opening shot.
Yeah.
It was going to be that the camera was going to be facing up at the trees, like I was saying about the rays of sun coming through, and so it would be like really pretty for it to look up at the like trees and almost like being blinded by this beautiful light like going through the green. So it will start there, then like rotate down and like swivel through the trees to Aaron sitting on the sofa.
Have you had any advice or technical support about the ghostly effect that you want to create?
I have, and there's been some technical issues. Like there was time when I asked Henry, and he was saying I might need to do a green screen, which I wasn't too confident on that because green screen is a bit like can be tacky depending on how well you use it. But I've been looking up like different music videos. Like there's one from Linkin Park called Numb, and there's like a little girl that's like sitting there writing, and then everything's like moving fast around her, and it's all a big blur. So we might do that instead. So instead of a ghostly effect, it might just be that he'll sit there and sing in slow motion while the parents are arguing fast, and then in the editing process we just fast forward.
Oh, that's a good solution, isn't it?
Mm.
Any other questions?
Do you think the song that he's singing will appeal to like old age groups?
That's a good question. Actually, I do have a sample of his song which I should have showed earlier. So it has like quite an emotional feeling to it. So I think the older generation will be into it, but I think because of his story, but because of like how the story of the music video is, it can be more relatable to the teenage audience. But I don't think that's completely wrong about the older ones not liking it.
Any other questions?
How did you get the idea of doing this particular topic?
Oh, it's because of the music department, like all their
No, I meant the arguments.
Oh, it's because when I asked the music department, can I use one of their songs, Aaron gave me his, like said I had to listen to it, and he was telling me about what the song is about. He said that he relates to it a lot, so I wanted to relate to that story as much as I can. So it's more a story about him, really, than it is like to everyone else, but they can all relate to it.
That was well done.
Yeah, thank you.